processing units, cold storages, and infrastructure. Vehicles, transportation of agriculture produce are being provided 50% subsidy. Another crop where we have successfully intervened is potato. The government has partnered with the International Potato Center in Peru for the last 2 years with the objective of making the state self-sufficient in potato seed production. The technology for production of low-cost apical root cuttings is now established in farmers' fields. With this intervention, we will be able to provide high-quality, disease-free seeds to all the 50,000 potato farmers of the state. In the coming years, Meghalaya will become the region's leader in potato seed production, thus creating a revolutionary impact in one of our primary crops. In addition to traditional crops, we are introducing new crops like cinnamon, cocoa, lavender, vanilla, saffron, and buckwheat at scale. This will increase farmers' income by taking advantage of the diverse agroclimatic zones that our state is blessed with. Programs like the Piggery Mission, Aquaculture Mission, and the Milk Mission have been successful. Under Piggery Mission alone, support has been provided to about 7,000 breeding and fattening units spread over 362 cooperative societies. A shining example of the transformative impact of the mission comes from Sopo Integrated Village Cooperative Society in West Jayante Hills district. The society got an interest-free loan of 20 lakh rupees under the mission and distributed it to 21 piggery entrepreneurs. This capital has helped farmers in increasing their business fourfold, and piggery has now become a full-time activity for many families. While our programs have substantially increased meat production, the state still has a shortage of 9,000 metric tons of pork, 6,000 metric tons of chicken, 16,000 metric tons of beef, and 20,000 metric tons of fish. The government is finalizing a comprehensive blueprint for making the state self-sufficient in meat and fish production. This will create employment opportunities, provide nutrition, and contribute to economic growth. The textile sector provides employment opportunities to the hard-working women of the state. To support these women, a program for building common facility centers and providing inputs and machinery in all sericulture clusters is being launched. These clusters will be connected to entrepreneurs who will support in building the sericulture value chain and in marketing the products. For instance, we have now decided to run the apparel and garment making unit at Hattisil in southwest Garo Hills in partnership with a local entrepreneur. Friends, the state's flagship program for supporting farmers, livestock rearers, fish farmers and weavers, the Focus program, will benefit all the 6.5 lakh rural households. The program so far has supported more than 3.5 lakh farming households, organized into 18,000 producer groups. The government provided about 176 crore support to producer groups and individuals over the last 2 years. I have personally seen and heard several heartwarming success stories under the program. The case of 19 farmers at Singdeng Producer Group from Nongminsong village, East Khasi Hills, is really worth sharing. The farmers distributed the 95,000 rupees they received from the program amongst themselves to procure vegetable seeds and manure. With this, they increased their production and now are producing almost 16 metric tons of potatoes, tomatoes, French beans and cabbage, and earning more than 2 lakh rupees. This shows how our hard-working producers are able to multiply the money that is provided under the Focus program and improve their lives and livelihood. Another hugely successful initiative of my government is the Women Self-Help Group movement. We now have more than 44,000 self-help groups, compared to less than 6,000 in 2018. Several of these women's groups have set up successful businesses and are improving the well-being of their families and communities. For instance, self-help groups from Mokurwat, Southwest Khasi Hills, and Rungram in West Garo Hills have successfully set up affordable sanitary napkin manufacturing units, thus supporting hundreds of local adolescents and women. The women members of self-help groups are finding employment as bank sakhis and business correspondents. They are providing financial services in remote areas. One such inspiring story is that of Miss Rida Linshiak from Pongtung village at Peninsula block. Armed with an EPOS device, Rida travels around all the villages in the area, conducting financial literary camps, facilitating loans, dispersing cash, opening savings accounts, and enrolling beneficiaries under social security schemes. Through this meaningful work, Rida is able to earn an average income of 19,000 rupees per month. The government will further strengthen the self-help groups and village organizations and empower the 4 lakh women who are part of this collective. The second large-scale employment generator of our state is the tourism sector. Our goal is to transform Meghalaya into India's most preferred tourist destination. We now have one of the most attractive homestay schemes in the country, providing a subsidy of up to 7 lakh rupees per homestay. About 300 homestays were sanctioned in the last year. We target to build another 2,000 homestays in the next 5 years. The luxury vehicle scheme is another success and is being diversified now to include mini buses and caravans. The program has come as a huge support to beneficiaries, some of whom are driving vehicles on contract for years and now have a chance to own and drive their own vehicles. One of the inspiring entrepreneurs under the program is Renault Passi from East Khasi Hills, who worked various odd jobs like tourist guide and contract driver for years. Renault is now a proud owner of a luxury Innova vehicle which he can call his own. Friends, the government will also build new infrastructure like large accommodation units, experiential centers, amusement parks, and viewing galleries in about 100 new villages to expand tourism beyond the established clusters. Some of the approved new clusters include Kinshi in West Khasi Hills, Soyong, Mausunram, Shela in East Khasi Hills, Amlarem in West Jayante Hills, Mandalgri in East Garo Hills, and Siju in South Garo Hills. A new program of green villas will be launched for entrepreneurs to take up construction of sustainable and high-value tourist accommodations. Given the success of Vivanta, Shillong and Courtyard Marriott hotels, we are now inviting private sector investments for setting up more luxury hotels and resorts. We estimate the tourism sector to create about 1 lakh employment opportunities in the next 5 years. Other critical priorities for promoting growth and generating employment are development of urban areas, border trade, industries, and information technology. We will make planned investments in urban areas of Shillong, Tura, and Jowai. We are collaborating with Darbars and local development committees to ensure holistic and participatory development. For Shillong City, a plan for redevelopment of about 100 acres of government land for expanding roads, footpaths, building green spaces, markets, parking lots, and effluent treatment plants is being finalized. We have also recently introduced a shared school bus system which would help in easing the challenges faced by children and parents and would also lead to reduction in the traffic congestion during peak hours. A plan for the treatment of the legacy waste at the Martin landfill in East Khasias is finalized. And I expect that this process should be completed in the next 2 to 3 years. Friends, the master planning for the new Shillong City at Sauli and Maodianjiang is ongoing. We expect to start the first phase of construction, including the new Secretariat building, a Unity Mall, and sports infrastructure within the next 6 months. The planning for building the mini Secretariat at Tura has started and construction will begin very soon. Friends, all these interventions will increase the overall ease of living for the urban residents and lead to a boom in the services sector. Border trade is an important component of the state's aspiration to double the economy to USD 10 billion. We are working with Government of India to strengthen the border infrastructure, including border huts, land custom stations, and integrated checkpoints. The government is also engaging with various stakeholders, including business and multilaterals, to promote regional economic integration and connectivity. The construction of Dhubri-Thulbari Bridge has already started. And the proposal for a strategic road connecting Mahendraganj in Meghalaya and Hili in West Bengal via Bangladesh is under active consideration. My government is also working on a comprehensive policy for industrial development, especially for promoting IT and the IT-enabled services. The process for creation of more industrial states and land banks has begun. The new industrial policy will incentivize employment generation and sustainability-focused industries. Friends, we are all aware of the opportunity and the success of the IT sector in our state. The first phase of the Shillong Technology Park has created employment for 1,500 youth. We expect to create another 2,500 jobs in the next 2 years with the completion of the second phase of the tech park. The next phase of development of infrastructure for IT-enabled services in Shillong will be taken up through private sector investments. The planning for the construction of a tech and knowledge park at Tura is in an advanced stage. Skill building and entrepreneurship promotion are cross-cutting interventions for growth and employment. The state's short-term skill development initiative under Skills Meghalaya are showing encouraging results. The youth trained under the program in the sector like integrated farming, apparel making, hospitality, masonry, and solar technicians for just 1 to 6 months are earning an average monthly income of 10,000 rupees. We target to skill about 1.5 lakh people in the next 5 years, making Meghalaya a national leader in skill development. Friends, our state has already been recognized as having the best startup ecosystem amongst smaller states. In the last 3 years, we supported about 1,500 entrepreneurs through providing incubation, funding, and marketing support under the Prime program. A few star entrepreneurs supported by the program include Kraborba Harpuri, who runs a chicken wagon business in Shillong, employing 18 people directly and benefiting more than 100 people indirectly. Similarly, Adina and the Shempa Thaba are running 3 footwear outlets in Pethor, Police Bazaar and Laimukra, again employing over 18 people. Their turnover increased from just 50 lakhs in 2020 to more than 2 crores in the current financial year. James Takhar from East Khasi Hills is a handloom entrepreneur who set up the first Flying 8 loom training center in the country. Imagine, a decade ago, James was a school dropout and a local taxi driver. But today, James is a certified master trainer in weaving, organic dyeing methods, and product diversification. Coretta Sangma from West Garo Hills was passionate about merchandising handcrafted products from local artisans. Coretta has successfully converted her passion into an enterprise and is running a successful boutique in Tura. Friends, with all these past experiences, I am very pleased to announce today a new flagship program of the state government for engagement, employment, and empowerment of the youth. This program will be called Chief Minister's Elevate Program. It will be a single window for all business needs of our entrepreneurs. Under this program, the government will provide support to the tune of 35 to 75% to individual entrepreneurs, collectives, village organizations, and even traditional institutions to take up their business. The These initiatives cover and include procurement of agriculture vehicles, including mini trucks and reefer vans, tourism vehicles, including caravans and luxury cars, electric cars and minibuses, construction of warehouses, community common facility centers, green tourism villas, building of poly houses for horticulture, and even setting up of piggery, poultry, goatery and dairy units. Under the CM Elevate program, subsidy will also be provided for projects like construction of cinema halls, health clubs, music studios, sports and youth engagement related businesses. All of this can be taken up under the CM Elevate program. The government will provide the subsidy and complete hand-holding support to businesses in collaboration with banks. Friends, we target to support about 20,000 businesses under this program in the next 5 years. Friends, while agriculture, tourism, urban, border trade, industries, and IT are the core economic growth drivers, the enablers of growth are good quality physical and social infrastructure. Accordingly, my government will strive to provide quality infrastructure and services in 10 critical areas. Roads and bridges, including last mile connectivity benefits all sections of society, be it farmers, be it women, youth, tourists, and children. The government is working on a comprehensive plan to repair and maintain all existing roads and to convert the old semi-permanent timber bridges to steel and RCC bridges. I'm launching a program called the Chief Minister's Rural Connectivity Program for providing last mile connectivity to about 1,000 unconnected villages, for building bridges across rivers and streams. These are interventions which are very critical in remote areas. For instance, every monsoon, 13 villages in Rerapara block, southwest Garo Hills, would be cut off for weeks and months sometimes due to the surge in the Ganol River. Children used to miss classes. Delivery of products would be impeded. Livelihoods would get jeopardized. The block office, with the support of the community, constructed a bridge costing 4 crores. The iconic Jewelry Bridge today provides all year easy access to about 5,000 people of the area and has also become a local tourist attraction. Similarly, providing tapped water supply to every household in the state has been a mission for my government. Today, 3.6 lakh households across the state have tapped water supply, compared to only 4,500 in 2018. Friends, this spectacular performance has made us, state of Meghalaya, the second best performing state under the Jal Jeevan Mission. Friends, we intend to saturate all 6.5 lakh rural households under the mission in the coming months. Quality power supply is essential for everyday activities, both in rural and urban areas. Friends, we will continue our efforts at solving long-standing issues in the power sector. Recently, the 22.5 megawatt Ganol power project was commissioned, and it is adding 60 million units to the power generation capacity of the state. A comprehensive strategy for increasing generation, reducing losses, and improving reliability is being implemented. The solar power is being deployed strategically to power health centers, agriculture processing units, and households in remote villages. I have launched the CM Solar Mission to provide subsidized solar solutions to households and businesses at 70% and 50% subsidy respectively. Friends, as the whole world becomes digitally connected, internet connectivity becomes as important as roads, water, and power. And despite of the remoteness of the different terrains, 85% of the villages in the state are now connected with mobile network thanks to our continued effort over the last 5 years. We will ensure that the remaining 1,062 uncovered villages will have 4G network in the next 2 years. Providing housing in both rural and urban areas is a big priority for this government. Under the Government of India's PMAY Grameen program, we have already constructed 37,000 houses, providing an amount of 1.9 lakhs per household. Friends, in this year alone, we have an ambitious target to construct another 1.5 lakh houses. In the urban areas, we are exploring options for increasing the availability of housing through construction of affordable housing and rental housing projects. Friends, my government has prioritized human development like never before. We follow what we call a life cycle approach, intervening at various critical junctures in an individual's life, from prenatal to adolescence. State government's interventions like the Mother Program and the Chief Minister's Safe Motherhood Scheme have helped in reducing maternal and infant mortality. Institutional deliveries have improved dramatically. Mothers like 35-year-old Prindila Shira from Silki village in Khatputa block of North Garo Hills district are now visiting the PHCs. Prindila's previous 4 deliveries were at home, as PHC was located 7 kilometers away from the village in the hills. But since the introduction of the Chief Minister's Safe Motherhood Scheme, Prindila and other villagers are more willing to come to PHC for delivery and for seeking other health services. In the last 3 years, there has been 48% decrease in maternal deaths, and our efforts have saved about 200 lives of mothers. Friends, we will continue our endeavor to improve maternal mortality, maternal and health and child health, and further reduce the mortality rates to below the national levels. Improvement of health infrastructure from the sub-centers upwards is being taken up on a mission mode. About 81 new health facilities are being constructed and another 31 are being repaired. We target to comprehensively improve all the 639 government health facilities in the next 5 years and to provide adequate personnel to deliver the services. Friends, Meghalaya is one of the few states that has a focused and a well-funded early childhood development mission. Under this mission, we are expanding the Anganwadi services to about 1,500 villages which do not have Anganwadi center. We are also increasing the protein and nutrition content in the food provided to children as remedy for reducing stunting and wasting. This will be done by providing poultry units, fishery ponds and vegetable gardens at each Anganwadi center. Further, Anganwadi centers will be transformed into early childhood education centers through convergent efforts of education and welfare department. All these initiatives will give our children the best start in life, laying the strongest foundation for their future success. Our mission education. Under this, we have taken up construction and renovation of school buildings in 2,000 locations. These works will be completed soon, and our children will have the opportunity of learning in improved environment. We've also notified 21 people's colleges and are constructing and upgrading several higher education institutions. Friends, in the next 5 years, my priority is to improve the quality in all levels through emphasizing on teachers' training, technology implementation, and regular standardized testing of children. We will also prioritize vocational education and strengthen our industrial training institutes. We will increase the numbers of the ITIs from the current 12 to 15 in the coming years. And this will be done with the participation of the private sector. Friends, creating opportunities for children and young people to excel in sports is a deep commitment of my government. The revival of the Meghalaya Games, the successful organization of the Northeast Olympic Games, the support being provided to state organizations, and the huge investment for sports infrastructure are all testaments to our commitment. New construction and upgradation of iconic infrastructures like JN Stadium and Indoor Stadium at Polo Grounds, Shillong, PA Samma Integrated Sports Complex at Tura, YJ Stadium at West Jete Hills will be completed soon. In the next 5 years, we will build multi-purpose indoor halls, synthetic tracks, artificial and natural football turfs at every district, subdivision and block headquarters. Immediately, we will be starting the construction of 8 synthetic tracks, 10 multi-purpose indoor halls, 30 artificial turfs, and 5 natural turf grounds. Friends, I had launched the STAR program. It was a program which was launched with a dream that a young woman or man from our state will represent India in the 2032 Olympics. We are working systematically to achieve this ambitious and uphill task. Talent identification programs are being conducted at every block, and about 15,000 children between the age of 13 and 20 have been tested on globally recognized tests like the 10-meter ladder run, vertical jump, 20-meter sprint and compass drill. Some of the results are extraordinary and highly encouraging. For example, 19-year-old Emma Roy Marsen from East Khasi Hills ran 20 meters in just 2.7 seconds. 20 meters in 2.7 seconds. This time is faster than all the players in the Norway Divisions 1 Football League, to put it in perspective. Kasanchi Mara, a 13-year-old girl from South Garo Hills, completed the 10-meter ladder run in just 2.43 seconds. 10-meter ladder run in just 2.43 seconds, making her the best performer in this country across ages. Friends, based on these results, about 200 of these children are now channelized into the Elite Pathway program. And out of these, 9 highest potential children into what we call in the Super Elite Pathway program. The government has decided to invest about 75 lakhs on each of the Super Elite potentials. We have shifted these children to Shillong and are providing world-class training under the guidance of international coaches. Friends, the government is also working on a plan to build sports-specific academies and grassroots centers. I am very certain that all these interventions will inspire our children to excel in sports and for sports to become a way of life. Friends, our youths also have tremendous potential in music, in craft and other creative art. A very successful program of my government, the Meghalaya Grassroots Project, is providing a platform to young musicians across the state. Friends, we are now expanding this program to benefit a much larger number of artists and to provide a pathway for future growth. Craft entrepreneurs are being supported to adopt clusters and create employment in rural areas. Some of the notable ones: Fabian from West Jayantee Hills, a black terracotta artist. Stamina G. Sangma from Southwest Garo Hills, who produces sand pots and blocks. Lastin T. Sangma from South Garo Hills, a bamboo handicraft artist. Iba Malai from Ribhoy, who has recently opened her own boutique store in Shillong, selling world-class airy silk clothing lines. Friends, under the revamped Chief Minister's Youth Development Program, district-level competitions in various creative arts will be conducted annually, culminating in a state youth summit. Selected youth will be provided mentoring support and pathway programs for future advancement in their fields. The 2022 Annual Youth Summit saw the showcasing of incredible talent from across the state. 19-year-old Kalar Lathong from West Jayantee Hills enthralled the audience at the summit. Kalar Lathong was able to play the guitar, the harmonica, and the tambourine all at once. Rida L. Nonglai from Eastern West Khasi Hills is another great example whose musical talent has been recognized through the summit. Fast Crossing, Khashantri, and Pinshaibor Walang are student inventors. They share a vision to help improve quality of life in their community through their science-based experiments and prototypes. The Yes Meghalaya program, again a very successful program of my government, has been now expanded to provide more than 1 lakh grant support to youth organizations. Several organizations who benefited from the program have taken up awareness campaigns related to social, economic, and environmental issues like substance abuse, mental well-being, and career counseling. We will continue to support all the 3,000 youth clubs and associations in the state through the Yes Meghalaya program. Friends, the government's plan in the human and social development sector over the next 5 years can be synthesized into 10 promises. Number 1, better roads and connectivity. Number 2, tap water supply to all households. Number 3, quality power supply everywhere. Number 4, internet connectivity in all villages. Number 5, improving housing to all eligible households. Number 6, early childhood services to every child. Number 7, substantially improved quality of education. Number 8, health care for all. Number 9, sports infrastructure at all levels. And number 10, expanded cultural and youth engagement infrastructure. Friends, we are working very systematically with all stakeholders and partners, including Government of India, multilateral funding agencies, our communities, non-government organizations, and the media to convert these promises into reality. The foundation for all our growth promoting efforts is good governance. We have been implementing several initiatives to improve the governance through decentralized and technology enablement. One of my dreams is to ensure that government services are delivered at the doorstep of every citizen at the right time, even in the remotest village. Friends, to achieve this, we are coming out with a new program where we will deploy village community and data facilitators in every village of the state. These individuals will be from the local area and will function as a single point of contact for all citizen services and grievances. All these citizen-centric interventions will be then implemented under the banner of a new program called CM Connect. Another powerful tool to improve service delivery is to have a strong citizen registry for the state. This registry will enable the government departments to identify program beneficiaries and deliver assistance in a seamless manner. To achieve this, we will launch a family ID program under which every citizen and family of the state will be enumerated. Support offered under flagship programs like Focus, Yes Meghalaya, will be delivered to eligible beneficiaries through the family ID. The second facet to our focus on governance is green governance. Meghalaya is blessed with 76% forest cover and more than 50,000 springs. However, the perils of climate change threaten the delicate equilibrium of our ecosystem and could have serious impact on farming patterns and on the lives of agrarian communities. To mitigate these risks, the government has initiated several afforestation programs. The country's largest payment for ecosystem services program is here in Meghalaya, called Green Meghalaya. Under this, communities are now paid an annual grant of up to 15,000 rupees per hectare for conserving the forest cover. So far, 1,500 communities have been supported for preserving almost 27,000 hectares of natural forest cover. One such community is Lura village, Saipung block of East Jente Hills. The village got an incentive of about 4 lakh rupees for protecting the 52 hectares of forest. The community is utilizing a part of the money for taking up works like demarcation of forest, gap-filling plantations, drawing fire lines, and assisting natural regeneration. In partnership with such inspiring communities, the government aims to preserve 2 lakh hectares of forest and cover over the next 5 years. Water conservation initiatives are being taken at both rural and urban areas to harness the bountiful water resources the state is blessed with. Works are improved for creating new pondage area of almost 1,000 hectares, and construction of water harvesting structures will be mandated and incentivized in urban areas. Friends, I would like to once again reiterate that the period of 2023-2028 is a watershed time for our state. We must prepare for global phenomena like climate change, technology disruption, and emergence of artificial intelligence. We must think and act both locally and globally. My government remains committed to securing the future of every citizen of the state. We will make every effort to double the state's GDP and to create 5 lakh job opportunities. We will strengthen the implementation of Government of India programs and various externally aided projects. We will expand our state's programs like Focus, Prime, Yes Meghalaya, Mother, Progress, and the Homestay schemes. New programs like CM Elevate will unleash additional opportunities for the youth and for the entrepreneurs. Friends, in the next 5 years, we will build a Meghalaya in which farmer cooperatives will regularly export their produce to national and international markets. A Meghalaya which is rated as the best tourist destination in the country. A Meghalaya where villages are covered with basic services of schools, healthcare, road, water supply, quality power, internet connectivity, housing, sports and cultural infrastructure. A Meghalaya where every child gets the best chance in life through support from prenatal to adolescent stage. A Meghalaya which is a national leader in green interventions like payment for ecosystem services and accessing carbon markets. A Meghalaya where women are equal participants in economic life. A Meghalaya where youth are skilled and entrepreneurial opportunities abound. A Meghalaya with vibrant urban centers. In short, a magnificent Meghalaya. I would like to conclude by urging all citizens to contribute their best efforts in accomplishing this mission. Let us all be more enterprising, empathetic, and socially and environmentally conscious. Let us uphold the lofty ideals that inspired our freedom struggle and our leaders. Once again, I wish all my fellow citizens a very happy Independence Day. Hublai, Mathela, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us your thoughts on this solemn occasion of our Independence Day. May I now request one and all to please rise for the singing of the national anthem. Thank you. Kindly be seated. The parade commander now reports to the chief guest for anumati or consent to lead the parade out.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have another round of applause for the resplendent marching contingents leaving the parade ground to the melodious tunes of Sare Jahan Se Hacha, beautifully rendered by the brass band of the Border Wing Home Guards. At this juncture, we would like to place on record our gratitude to all the 18 contingents, the brass band platoon on Border Wing Home Guards, under the able command of Havildar Prafulla Basumantri, the drill masters Shiv Datta, Sabesing Saini, Techi Rekha, Naveen Chandra, Sandeep Jyotia from the Assam Rifles and Meghalaya Police, and a special mention to the tribunals.
The celebration of Independence Day would remain incomplete without celebrating the rich cultural heritage of the country and also the state of Meghalaya. The first cultural item for today's program is the mass drill being performed by the students of St. Mary's School. St. Mary's High Secondary School was founded in the year 1993. The school is administered and managed by the RNTM Sisters, Catholic Missionaries. The motto of the school is virtue and knowledge. It is these values that have shaped generations of 11 decades of students, preparing them not only for academic success, but also for the lives of integrity, compassion, and purpose. St. Mary's School is committed to nurturing the well-rounded individuals equipped with the wisdom to make a positive impact on the world. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting before you St. Mary's High Secondary School.
Bye bye.